Hi my friends, this is Gladys from Gladys Garden in Heart of a Gypsy, and today I am coming to you to share a little bit of how I did these tags. They have been quite popular on my YouTube, I'm sorry, not YouTube, but Facebook. I posted them today and a lot of people like them, so I thought, okay, well, let's see if we can do a quick tutorial on this. I'm just going to do this one, okay, for today's sake, because I'm not going to do all three, but really the process is the same for all three of them, except for obviously we're using different pictures and maybe a little bit of different embellishments. But other than that, it's very easy and it'll make your project I think very cute and also very grungy. Obviously this has the pink tone and this has more of a red maroonish color, but I choose to do this one just because I have some things already ready here, and I chose one of my tags that I already, you know, my pre-made tags that I cut myself. I really don't spend money anymore on tags. I make them because not only do I get a lot of fun making them, but they turn out really cute, and then I have control over size and you know how many I need or how many I want to put, so I'm not limited to that. So let me tell you what we're going to need. Obviously you're going to need a tag. You're going to need the napkin that I use in this case. This one was found in a discount store, so really all you have to do is go to places like that, like the dollar store or Family Dollar, things like that, and you'll find them. You know, they're not easy to find, but you'll find something that looks kind of, you know, vintage like this. And these are the images that I use for the other two, obviously. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put them on my I'll go ahead and put them on my Facebook as freebies, so you guys can be able to print them and use them for your tags, because you know I got them for free, so you're gonna get them for free too. And then also you're going to need your matte medium by a Studio Matte Medium by Claudine Helmet, and you're going to need also a oops, let me get my just a second here. Sorry about that. You're going to need a, well, this is kind of a large, but you know, a medium size brush, or anything that we can brush on our matte medium to it. Sorry about my hands. I've been doing some working here and I got ink all over me. So it's quite easy, and I think that the most difficult part of this whole thing, it's really taking apart this paper. That's kind of a pain in the butt. In this particular napkins, oh well, I'm lying to you. But the ones that I did previously, oh my goodness, I couldn't get them apart. There's, believe it or not, there's 3 layers in here, so there's like 2 or 3 more in here. So this is all we really need. And we're just gonna get some scissors. I really like that seal on top of it, so I knew I wanted to get that in my project. I think the black and white combination with that reddish maroonish does very, very well. Okay, so first thing is we're going to use some matte medium gel, and we're going to gel up this baby here enough that you know that this that the paper will adhere to it. All right, so I know I got plenty of it, and I'm going to kind of center it just because this tag is a little wider. There you go. Not much to it. Now you're going to continue with using whatever you have left on your brush, and if you need some more, go ahead and get some more, and just kind of brush it on into the tag. No biggie. Nothing, you know, out of the ordinary, and I'm sure you've seen this done 100 times. So, but a lot of people were asking, what did you do? How did, you know, what was the step here and there? So I want to make sure that everybody got what they needed. Or it was, I wasn't going to answer, you know, a lot of questions. I was just going to say, let me just show you how to do it. All right, so once this is dry, and I'm going to go ahead and dry it. Sorry for the noise. Let me come back after it's dry, okay? Okay, we're back, and it's completely dry. And I'll show you, I am going to use this tool by Prima, and it's a distress tool. And I mean, I could cut the edges with scissors, but why? When you can use a distresser tool. I mean, remember, this is just tissue paper, so it's not like you're going to be there forever, you know, cutting it. So it kind of peels on its own from the edges. And then I like also that distress look that it just kind of gives. So that's precisely why I use this one. And there it is. Still a little bit humid, so it's, you know, it's kind of trying to stick. But, you know, if you wait until they're completely dry, the tags, they'll start peeling out of the edges really, really nicely. And it's a really, really nice detail. Okay, so, and you can grunge it up even more, you know, so you know you have your edges really nice and grunged. So if you see, remove all this mess that I made. So if you see, here's our tag, and it's old. You know, you know, my napkin is all stuck to it really well, and it's dry and dried too. But there's a little bit more left in here. There it is. Alright, so now I'm going to grunge it up as much as I can, and I start with lighter colors and then I can move my way up. I don't really use a lot of the distress inking tools. I'd really like to get down and dirty. How's that for an answer? So, there you go. And then I'm going to do the back too, because this paper that I got happened to have some writing in here that obviously I don't want because it's from factory. I'm going to utilize or make that my excuse to put something over that one. Okay, now I'm going to go with a dark brown. The one I used was Saddle Brown by StazOn, and then now I'm using Timber Brown, just to really, really get it grunched up. Okay. All right, so there it is. And once you're at this stage, you're going to utilize, I have one of these, and that's what I've used for this before, and I had several of this ones already cut out. I don't have any more. This is the last one because I was doing a project. I had a class to teach, and part of the class not utensils, but oh my goodness, you know, the parts for the class. My goodness, I can't even put together my mouth here. But anyways, this was part of the kit. So I had made several of them, and I had, this is my last one right here. But really, it's just a stamp. You know, you stamp, any script will do. If it looks really old, even better, obviously. So what I did, I really just tore it apart in half. Nothing out of the ordinary. Again, do the same procedure that I did with the actual tag. Okay, right there. Same thing over here. And this one I already had some because I wanted it to bleed in a little bit within, so I actually used some the Distress inks, the liquid ones. So the stains actually. So those are the ones that I use. But we're going to use those again and utilize them so they can bleed in with the color right here. Okay, so now I'm going to do this, and again I am going to utilize my Timber Brown to give her that really nice burnt look. See, if you put this brown over that darker brown over the Saddle Brown, it gives it that really nice burnt edge. You know, that back in our mother's time, that's what they actually used to do that to paper, so it'll, you know, look old and to decorate. So we're not the inventors of that technique by any means. All right, give me just 1 second. Going to get a little bit of the vintage photo, and I am going to rub it also on the edges. And you may ask, but why? We already have it dark enough on the edges. Yes, it's not for the darkening. It's actually for the bleeding part of it. So we just want to get it wet with this ink. And then we're going to use a Distress Ink sponge sugar. Then we're going to, first of all, I'm going to go over them. Oops, it's not coming out there. There. And if you go over the edges right here, it'll start picking up that vintage photo, and it'll start bleeding in. So you will see that right away. And we'll go for the other one that's going to be in the back. And you'll see the same thing. And remember, I didn't put a lot of that vintage photo because there was no need for that. I'm going to go ahead and dry this one and come right back. Alright my friends, I'm back. And now we're just going to start gluing. Don't pay attention to the back part of it. I like to recycle as much paper as I can. So when I mess something up and the other side is still good, I still use them. It's, I like our trees. I like to keep them. Alright, and then for this one I just did you know, those pop dots. That's all I did for that. I didn't go ahead and put the, you know, use the stamp that says just a note because I can't find it. But that's okay. We'll live. But we did everything else on it. So I just put that on top. Now we're going to go, remember this one, I did it on top. I'm going to do the bottom on this one just because, ooh, where's my piece of paper? Well, that's a good question. Did I drop it? Give me just a quick second here. Sorry, it just gone under something, another paper, and I didn't see it. So same thing, we're just going to put some glue on it, or I just use my ATG gun. And I'm going to put it so it just kind of comes out the edges so it doesn't look even. That's what I like. And that's pretty much it, my dears, for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put another ring to this. Oops, let's see, these ones are not sticking. Why aren't they sticking? Let's see. There. Because I usually have them already made. This is the reason why I also don't save them made, but this one's were for another project and I had them made and I had extras. So anyways, there it is, and you just put your little cord or whatever else you want to use, but it's quite simple to do. This was, again, as I told you, a little wider, but it's the same thing, really same procedure, nothing else is different. I did use that sugar spun, you know, and you would think it would be very pink, but it's not. It's very light, and it almost gives the sepia look. So I really liked it. That's the, you know, excuse me. Ooh, a lot of allergies in Arizona. But that's pretty much it. And I also utilize, no, not this one. Let me see. Chocolate. Yeah, I think it was a chocolate. I just kind of let it touch the edge of the paper with alcohol inks. If you try to pour it too much, it will come out. Just kind of put the tip of the alcohol ink into the paper and let the paper kind of suck it in, basically. And it creates, you know, like a funky pattern, really. And that's what I'm obviously trying to accomplish here. So the dirty part of it, you can do a little one here, you can do another little one there. Yeah, no end to. It's really your own imagination, nothing to it. So I wouldn't feel bad about this tutorial because it's really nothing. So, but if you liked it, thank you for stopping by, and here it is for, you know, all the people that ask how I made this ones. Obviously for the other ones, you just switch the images. I also pop dotted them so they can be, or have a little bit of 3D effect. And then I also put on them the glossy accent and a little bit of the crackle accent too on those. But in the back I did nothing to those. But I'll go ahead and put those images on Facebook so you guys can grab them and keep keep coming, okay? So thanks for stopping by the channel. Take care. Bye-bye.